Oh, we're live. I see the yellow line. Yes.
Houston, we no longer have a problem.
We no longer have a problem. Thank you and good night.
Let's do it.
We lost our
Let's do
feed.
it. Swag Edition Part 2.
Back. Part 2 of the Swag Edition. Turn it back to the host, D over here, with
Let's do it. Well, I'm
Shondo.
gonna turn it right back to Shondo. Check it out. Okay.
Okay.
Let's get to the heat of the question. Who untied the vizier?
Listen, man, I couldn't sit here and tell you a lie. I don't know who untied him, but you know, it's pretty snakish. I don't know. All the cook up for season 2, man.
Okay. Cook it up.
I'm just saying that's what it is. A cook up for season 2.
Okay.
Okay. You know, he's in jail.
Right.
He's not in jail. You know.
All right. Okay. Well, let's switch it to a lot of the Quest fans know that you, as an actor, you know, are also an athlete. So
Right.
tell us about like just, you know, I'm eating my Wheaties and whatnot, but look, what's your diet and workout? What's that like?
Well, I eat, you know, I eat pretty clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat like, you know, like a bird or anything like that. But I mean, I eat pretty clean, like fish, chicken, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Try to stay away from a lot of processed stuff. But I do love Monster energy drinks. Shout out to Monster. They're one of my sponsors. And shout out to the Attack Snack, who I'm now the face of. So those are the 2 disclaimers I had to give now. But
Okay. All right. So talk about what do you like as far as like your favorite fantasy movie?
my favorite fantasy movie? I mean, if we're gonna go sci-fi, then I gotta go Ghostbusters, man. That's Ghostbusters is my all-time favorite, man. 1 and 2.
Okay. I like it.
Don't
I
make
like
me
it.
sing the Bobby Brown, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Well, I guess we're gonna
Uh,
have to.
yeah.
You took it back.
Yeah.
You a fool. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So what about your favorite comic book character?
Come on, what? This is my favorite comic book character.
It's
The
the
Black
question. It's the
Panther.
question.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I am from Wakanda.
Okay.
Black Panther.
Come on, baby, Black Panther.
Okay.
You already know.
I like it.
Dude,
I like it.
can I jump in here and say, if you have not seen the various posts and petitions and like messages all over the place to get Shondo to play Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you need to start looking for that and, you know, just blow that up. Just get that going. I'm just saying. All right, sorry guys.
Don't trip. No, I've seen like some of your YouTube posts, and I didn't know you could flip, and the sword play was kind of nice too. I was like, okay, I could see it definitely.
See, I feel like, you know, for other people that they want to play this role, you know, they want it to be like, I guess, somebody that's already established. But you got to understand, this type of character, it needs a newcomer, because if anybody else bigger plays it, it'll kind of diminish the role. Since a lot of people don't know who the Black Panther is, just say if Will Smith played him, for instance, you'd be like, who's this new character that they created for Will Smith? They wouldn't really understand the backstory behind the fact that the Black Panther has been around since the 60s. You know what I mean? So they need that fresh face, but somebody that can do it for real, because a lot of these cats can't do it for real. They need that, man.
I think you look pretty fresh. I mean, the only thing that we would need to see is the costume. Speaking of costumes, have you worn your Quest uniform yet?
Man,
I mean,
I wore my uniform to the club, man.
Nice.
And took over the whole damn VIP section. Drinks were on me for half the damn night, man.
Right, okay.
We poured vodka on my sword and lit it on fire, man. I'm telling you.
That's how you do. That's how you do. Now, I was at Comic-Con last year, and I was so upset when I left, and then I saw the Quest, and then I looked for Quest auditions, and I said, okay, they were at Comic-Con, and I didn't even know. I think ABC dropped the ball. They should have been they could have put through the ogre there or something so that we can see the spectacle. I looked at some of your
Right.
your posts and all that, and I saw that you guys were there. I saw you and Jim doing some
Uh-huh.
interviews. What was the Comic-Con experience like for you?
First of all, that was my first time ever being at Comic Con,
Okay.
so it was super dope for me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And it was crazy to see that you have some real die-hard people out here. I mean, I knew it, but you don't know it until you step foot in that building or try to walk through those crowds with the swivel shoulders, like, oh, excuse me, bro,
Right.
excuse. So you don't know how serious it is till you go through that.
Exactly. Well, I had bang. Speaking, he shall appear. I have another special guest, Keith and Jones. Looks like he's joining the conversation. Hopefully, since we're talking about Comic Con. I also want to give
Down there.
Melissa and William a chance to chime in too, as well, on the whole Comic Con experience. But bam, we are back live on the air with Shondo Blades. We have another special guest, Keith and Jones. We are talking to Keith of Kid Comics, and we just actually segued right into Comic Con. We were literally just talking about Comic Con, and you popped up.
Okay.
So, since we have Shondo Blades here from the Quest, and we kind of were going over some things about how he would be considered, how he's looking to be considered for a role like Black Panther. Talk to us about Black Panther, Keith, and let us know what would it bring to the screen as far as like this type of comic book character. What do you think it would bring to the big screen?
Wow. Black Panther, Marvel Comics, Black Panther. Well, you want to know what I think the impact would be
Yeah,
on the general public?
definitely.
Well, obviously, it's a positive character as far as in comparison to what's out there now, which isn't a whole lot. Most of the stuff that's out there that's black superheroes or black heroes in general are basically stereotypes. And I don't know, other than maybe Blade. And Blade was received well by the general public. But I think the Black Panther, you have the potential to show Africa in a different light. Most people, when they think of Africa, they think of poverty, they think of depression, they think of diseases, they think of all these negative images. So having a character like Black Panther in the mix alongside Captain America, Spider-Man, and the rest of them gives African Americans in particular children something that can aspire to be. Even though the character's not real, you know how kids are, they want to imagine themselves as larger than life characters. And right now, in particular, African American kids, they have to basically what's the word am I looking for? Assimilate and accept whatever's there, you know. And this is no slight to Captain America, Spider-Man, and the Marvel characters, because I love them too. I grew up on them also. But I would imagine seeing a character that looks like me adds a different dimension to the euphoria I would get from looking at these type of films and that, you know, this type of mythology.
Right.
And if Marvel does do it, I hope they do. I hope they do it right, because I don't want to see a janky version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to see, you know, I don't want to have them going half-ass on it. I'd rather them not even do it if that's the way they're going to do it, because, you know, what's the point?
Exactly.
But,
Now, Shonda,
I
what
can
do you
go
think?
on and on. I can go on and on and on about how I personally feel about it and how I think it might affect people. But, you know, to each his own. I just think it balances things out at the end of the day. It's just balance. I think that's what the biggest complaint is out there. I know Marvel is making an effort to take their existing characters like Captain America, was it Johnny Storm, and the rest of them, and put them and change their ethnicity, and you see the reactions you get from that, and that's understandable. I mean, at the end of the day, that's not what I'm really looking for either. I'm not looking to see a black version of Captain America. Captain America has already been established and created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and that's their dude, that's their guy. And I really don't think it's fair for us to just take that character and throw a black face on there and be okay, it's all good, everything is fixed. You know, I'd rather especially when you have a character like Black Panther already. Put him out there, you know.
So true. So true.
Just put him out there and see how that goes. And I think it'll be fine. And I think the general public's going to relate to quality. They don't care that it's a black character. You know, like, oh man, it's a black character. Can't go watch that.
Right. Well, I want to turn to Shondo for a second. Shondo, what do you think as far as what you would bring to a role like that, like a superhero on screen?
Well, you talking about other than swag, but you
Just
know,
yeah.
I mean, to a role like that, first of all, I bring validity. You know what I mean? It's too many times that, you know, when I was a kid, I used to watch stuff and I used to be like, damn, like I wonder could they do that for real? You know what I mean? And in a lot of cases, like with me moving to Hollywood, I saw people that were in certain movies when I was growing up, like action movies, and you look at them, and in real life, you're like, oh man, you kind of disappointed. But for me, you know, if you see me jump or flip off something, I can do that. If you see me fix somebody, hell, I can do that. And if you see me being swagalicious throughout the whole damn movie, I do that too. So, you know, I think I just bring a different element, you know, when it would come down to something like that.
Well, let me jump in here really quick and just say that Lauren on Twitter said that you, and I quote, should totally be Marvel's Black Panther. He'd be perfect. So,
Super cool.
just saying, I mean, there's people out there. We're rooting for you.
Definitely.
And Amber, let me get Amber. Oh well, I'll say that when we get back to the quest chat. So okay, back to you guys.
Yeah, turn it back to Shondo real quick. Let's talk about Project Hero. I mean, what are you going to do as far as like anything you got going on as far as Project Hero? What's the deal?
I got something big planned, man. I got the ABC affiliates out here in Houston that's gonna cover it, man.
Really?
I'm gonna be actually on the radio on Tuesday promoting it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm gonna be on a horse and everything, man. It's gonna get crazy, man. My Project Hero is gonna get crazy because I figure like if we're gonna do it, then you know I got to do it, all
Right.
caps. Like I can't just be a part of it. I gotta do it.
Nothing but dubs. I like it. I like it.
Number dubs. Number dubs. It's gonna be nice.
Okay. Now, Misty, I mean not Misty, but Melissa and William, did you guys get to go to Comic Con?
Depends on which Comic Con you're talking about.
That last one, 2014.
What state?
What
San
state?
Diego?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just called. I'm in San Diego, so I call Comic Con, but
We're
San
around
Diego Comic Con.
So, we have not made it out to San Diego's Comic Con, or Salt Lake,
Okay.
or even New York. But we did do Harvard Comic Con here in Connecticut earlier this year, and we had like the entire Spartacus cast there, so it was a huge event. Not as large as you're used to, where there's like 150,000 people there.
Right.
We only had about 10,000.
but it was not bad for a first year.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's actually that's not to cut you off, but that's actually better for up and coming artists to go to the smaller cons.
Yes.
Right now, my father, my stepdad, he took me to my first Comic Con here in San Diego back in 1985, and it was at the smaller convention center. And back then it was a lot more personable. You can actually have a conversation with some of the superstar artists like the Frank Millers and the George Perez's of the world and all that. And your chances of getting work was a lot higher. Whereas now it's gotten so big, it's become it really has become a Hollywood thing, especially with the movies out and how well they're doing. So the artists have kind of been pushed off to the side. They're there, but you know they're just kind of like twiddling their thumbs because most of the people in there now are there to see the cast of Twilight or something, you know.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of getting, to me it just kind of loses its focus now. So the smaller cons are where it's at, I think, for independent artists and people who are trying to get on, you know.
Yeah. So Shondo, that's why I wanted to have you speak to your fans, like, this genre is just ready for you, ready for an action hero like you, and on screen, you really motivated me and inspired me, especially that last speech at the Rana Village. You took me in right there. I mean, I really believe that you were the one. Right. I'm serious. Right at that point, I was like, okay, he's really. I had to stand up, like really into the show at that point. And I really thought I was like, he's going to be the real one true hero. And I just wanted to turn to the fans right now, Joshua. What is everybody else like? What are we asking Shondo right now? I mean, what kind of questions do we have out there? Is anybody asking stuff?
Well,
I don't want to
one
leave them
thing
out.
is that I wanted to point out that Amber really appreciated how you voted logically, and I think we saw that quite a bit when around the deliberation table and the comments that you would say, and even before you went to the Fates. You were very focused, and I also agree with her. I just thought that you brought an element of the heroic qualities that the quest needed. I think that each one of the paladins, without you, the quest would not have been the same. I mean, it was the perfect group for the perfect first season. Hey, first season, everybody. Okay. Yeah, right. I'm hoping for 3, so maybe I could try out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And each one of you brought the qualities that was necessary to make the quest about being a hero and not about the reality TV that we're so used to. Like who can backstab who can be the manipulator, the so-called mob boss of the tribe,
Right.
So and that wasn't what you guys brought. You were concerned for Everrealm, and you all plugged in, and that was just awesome. So there you go, Amber.
Cool. Well, what about William? You have any questions for Shondo?
So, well, I guess post Quest, how has your convention experience been? Like, have you been invited to conventions as a guest yet?
We went to I think the last con I was at was the one in San Diego, but before that, when we went to the Salt Lake one, yeah, Fantasy Con. But no, not since then. I don't think any other ones. Oh, excuse me. I think you guys, the one in Hartford did, but I was doing something during that time. But I think the one out there with you guys invited me to it because I think Andrew was at it, if I'm not mistaken.
So, well, we have one coming up in January. The end
Okay.
yet.
Was it one before that?
That was May.
There was one back in May.
Okay, no, I wasn't talking about that. I don't. Maybe I'm all mixed up. I have no clue. But if it's a con, damn it, I'll be on a plane and I'll be out there, invited or not. I'm crashing the con.
You want an invite?
I'm a con crasher. Crash everybody's damn con.
I love it.
Sure to have a seat for you at the table then.
Thank you.
You would be our 5th paladin.
Yeah, you would be our 5th paladin coming. If you want.
When is it again? January what?
It's the January 16th and 17th.
Okay. Well, damn it, I'm crashing that con because I'm in New York all the time. I'm crashing.
It's January.
Definitely. Yeah, I'll make sure. I'm serious about it. I like to have Shondo check out their page because when I looked at William's page, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I didn't even know this was going on. So I'll definitely make sure I'll forward you guys the information. And I also wanted to know, Keithan, Power Nights is dope.
Thank you.
Which Power Night could you see Shondo as?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Come on, you got one for him.
Yeah, well, the kid, how old are you, bro? How old is Shondo?
I'm 15.
You ain't 15. Yeah, you couldn't be the kid character, but you could be the other dude called Rebellion.
Okay.
But Rebellion, but see, I don't know, you won't get a lot of face time with him because he has a full face mask.
Oh
He has
no,
like
I
this
got it
helmet
now.
on.
Nah, you gotta show
You
this.
know, you trying to be pretty, right?
Yeah,
You
you
want to.
gotta
I
show
see
this.
you. You trying to get your swag on. You trying to look good.
You
You
gotta show
trying to
that,
get
man.
that FaceTime. What was it? Iron Man 3. Robert Downey Jr. must have put it in where he was like, you know what? We got to write this script where I never get into that costume.
I'm just saying that was probably the smartest thing he could have ever done. You know, 'cause on the other
They
one
should have
didn't.
called that Robert Downey Jr. 3.
I'm just saying you gotta get your face on when you can get it. So
That's true. True.
No, I feel you. Um,
Cool.
yeah, but that's who probably Rebellion. He's a character that's kind of went crazy due to certain circumstances. And I can't put out a bunch of spoilers right now, but it's one of those roles where it's almost like a like how was it Heath Ledger that played Joker?
oh yeah, he legend.
I got into that whole psychosis and kind of like in and out of reality. It's that type of character. So if you want to go crazy and get deep, that's
Oh
him.
man, I don't know, man. I might be too happy for that character, man.
Yeah, that's right.
He got to go through some things, man.
What do you think you would bring? What do you think you would if you were to land the Black Panther role? Is there anything that you would like to bring to the character that's not there yet, or that people may not expect? Like, is there any type of how would you what make it your character?
And and you broke up a little bit. So what character are we talking about?
Black Panther. Like, how would you make it your own?
For me, you talking about as far as the storyline goes, or just what I would do to it?
What you would do to it?
Um,
To make it unique to yourself, like I don't know, like how Wesley Snipes has, like when you think of Blade, you think of Wesley Snipes. And I know it's not a fair question to you because he's already played the character.
right.
But do you have any vision for Black Panther? I guess that's my question. Like, do you have any visions for how you would do it?
When I see the Black Panther, what I kind of think of is like a black James Bond in a Zulu cloth. That's kind of what I get from it when I think about it. So, I mean,
Okay.
I'd be slick with it, but still raw at the same time because they, you know what I mean, they are in Africa. Even though it's that refined Wakanda that they're in, he's still a little rough around the edges. So he's not slick as far as like maybe a 007, but he still has those waves about him that's swagged out, and that's kind of what I would bring to him. That when they give me the script and I actually see what they want him to do, then I'm sure just like on the quest, there'll be certain things that me as a person are gonna do that naturally shine through. Just like with Wesley, he had that quick shoulder turn and that eyebrow thing that he did when he played Blade. And these are just things that probably that he naturally does because he's done them in other movies too. So people will probably pick up on that as I played him.
Okay. All right.
We are feeling your swag, but can you give us your voice as T'Challa?
If I was to give you my voice as T'Challa, then I would have to kill every one of you. That is the way that I talk. This is Wakanda. And we are here to dominate. Dubs for all of you. And for you too. For
Yeah.
For you and for you. Dubs for all of you today.
Okay, that's a wrap. Yo, you are a thespian indeed, sir.
I try to be.
That's cool. That's good. Well, I mean, we don't want to take up too much of your time. I have enjoyed all of you. Joshua, take us out with what? We got anybody? Any other people asking questions?
I do.
Okay.
Daryl has asked this. Let me get back to his question here. He asked it a bit ago. A Shondoism is a nugget of wisdom passed down by Shondo. What is today's Shondoism?
What?
First of all, I like Batman's style.
Yeah.
I think that we should put in an email to Webster to get that added to the dictionary today. But the Shondoism for today is and it's always my Shondoism, but I don't know if you guys know it, so I'll share it with you. get 1% better every day and attack the day. And when I say get 1% better, whatever you do, my man, Keithan, you got your comic thing happening over there, so I'm sure you just want to get a little bit better at everything you do every day. And everybody that's out there, just not thinking about the entire goal, just thinking about one small step every day. And man, once you look up, after a few days has passed, you're gonna be amazing at whatever you're trying to do. And attack today means just don't let days go by. Don't, say, oh, well, I'll do it Friday and it's a Monday. Go ahead and attack that day, man. You never know what'll come of it. So that's my Shondoism for the day. And I'm going to sign it like that.
Swag school lesson. Okay.
There you go. Swag school is in session. Shondoism giving out for everybody. Yeah, swagtacular.
There we go.
Can I get a plug? Can I get a plug in?
Oh, for sure. Hit that.
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Keithan Jones. I just started a company called Kid Comics, and my first publication is called The Power Knights, as we discussed here a little bit. You can buy it $5. You get the book, you get the poster at my website www.kid-comics.com. Go there and check it out. You see artwork. You get a little bit of information on me. Like I said, you can purchase the book there, and you can follow me at Keithan.J.
Word.
Is it Keithan? Yeah, on Facebook, or just look up Keithan Jones. And basically, my whole goal is basically to become a Marvel or DC. I want to be able to one day compete with those guys on the same level, with characters that are fresh and new and coming from a diverse group of artists who may not necessarily get the shine that they need from the big boys at Marvel and DC. So trying to be that third pillar. And that's about it, man. So whenever you have some free time, check it out. Tell people who may be interested in it, and good luck to all of you guys. I'm feeling the energy. My man, you got that Black Panther role. If that's what you want, you focus on that. You go in there and you embody that. You make you let them see the hunger in you. Take it serious. Take business serious. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about business. And don't take anything personal. I kind of been through the whole Hollywood process on the comic book end, and I've been to the gates where it's like, I did it. I'm in. Here we go. And next thing I know, I don't get a phone call from any of these people.
Hey,
they don't even remember who I am. So it happens.
You've seen New Jack City, right?
Not only have I seen it, I know Doug. What's his name that died? Doug Jackson? Is it Jackson? The guy that produced the movie.
Well, you remember the part? This is how I live my life. Period. When Nino Brown says this one famous line, "My brother is always business, never personal."
Yes, sir.
So it's all good, baby. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. I gotta eat, so.
All right, man. Thank you so much. It's great to meet you.
All right, Shondo. Good luck, man.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you guys.
All right, Shondo. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, y'all, for participating.
Thank you. And so we're going off air.
All right, y'all. I'll be